abruptly. Hold on a second, guys. I gotta cut somebody out on Twitter. Okay, that if you and the fact that you deflected proved that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Blocked. Are you blind? Or no, are you blind or dumb? I said race. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all who I'm saying this to. Damn it! Or I said race. Fact that you deflected proved that you don't know stuff. Okay. Okay. Blocked. I can't stand. You know what? People, hold on. It should be easy to see when you're talking to somebody who's really dumb. You know what I'm saying? It should be really, really easy to see when you're talking to somebody dumb. Hold on. Let me tell y'all when you're talking to somebody dumb, right? If you say, ooh, these mangoes are delicious. You know what I'm saying? And then you go, it's nothing like the Sunshine State. The Sunshine State has some of the best mangoes. Then you get a tard that come in and say, well, what kinds of mangoes? Are they the Mexican mangoes? Or are they the Caribbean mangoes? And then you say, I said the Sunshine State. If I said the Sunshine State, then what location am I talking about? Well, are you talking about the states in the United States, or are you talking about countries? You just got to block somebody like that because their parents are siblings. And there are a lot of dumb people that are on Twitter that are too dumb to know that they're dumb, and people are lonely. And they get off on filling their day by arguing with someone that they follow or someone that they have some particular interest in. You know what I'm talking about? And I recognize these people immediately, and I block them if they don't prove to me who they are. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. This is the holy smokes. This is pathetic. And I normally don't like to do the fighting before I get on here. By the way, I'm going to say this one more time, y'all. Do not follow me. And if you follow me, stay out of my replies. You're going to get your feelings hurt if you don't know anything about me. Okay? 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 Okay. Because I know sometimes that you all feel like, oh, I can get to contact Tree and have a friendly debate. I'm not in a debating mood when I'm on Twitter. Nope. And I want to say that I have never been an advocate for free speech in the sense of the word that let anybody say anything they want. Now, the way free speech is supposed to work according to the government, I don't think I am according to our forefathers, I support the free speech as intended by the First Amendment of the Constitution. Okay? That free speech I'm for. You can't come into our house and talk about my curtains. You're going to have to get the hell out. You can't say anything disrespectful to our dog. So you don't believe in free speech either. But I'm gonna take it to another level. I am not a free speech absolutist either when it comes to government, because I don't believe that I don't believe that drag queen story hour should be allowed into public libraries and read to children. Now, some of you be like, well, that's illegal. They are PDF files. No, 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 no. You have a lot of them that haven't been caught yet. Boom, headshot. And they don't have a PDF file record. So if they don't have a record, you can't legally forbid them to read to children. Dress as an imitation, as in imitating a woman. But if you are free speech absolutist, you would have to allow these men into public libraries and read to children. Otherwise, you are not a free speech absolutist. So let's get that straight, okay? Let's get that straight. So I know some of you, a lot of times when I tell people not to do something, they do. That's the opposite. I know that I know that sounds like a nice thing, but I promise you, do not respond to me. I cuss you out. I block you. If you email me your hurt feelings, I will block you there too. I'm not a nice person on Twitter. I'm not. Yes, Aaron, and the bell curve is a big old lie. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. So you have this libtard, right? HP green cap. Look at the PFP, right? Mostly gay, fanboy, FGO Dragon Ball fan, not jabbed, conspiracy theorist, related to HP Lovecraft, trust bro, Mio Gibson, appreciated, now come VTuber flavor. All kinds of mixed up. So let me just show you what this was in response to. Okay. Somebody says they're using the classic skin tone card, which is stupid. Look at, are you saying, how the hell, this is what's saying, there's so many dumb white people. I don't listen. I do not want anyone to look at the race realist and say, yup, IQ. No. You want to see a whole bunch of dumbass white people, go on TikTok and go on Twitter. Or Twitter X. Hell, look at the founder of Twitter X. I don't understand how this meme is relevant. Show me which one of those rectangles, those shades on the left, fits Hassan. Chat, which one? Is it the black one? Or is it the brown one? Or is it the beige brown one? Which one of those is supposed to fit white ass Hassan Piker? Okay. Yeah, he's in the dark pink. Actually, Nina, that's true. He's in the dark pink. And I'm like, gosh, man, these people are so dumb. So then Tim says they're using the classic skin tone card. And this person, Cactus, which appears to be a white woman, but I think that's that's a cartoon, so you don't know. You can't tell these days. I don't know what the hell, right? Okay. Yeah, you can't tell. And she says Hassan is white. Then you got this idiot saying he literally isn't white. But Hassan even says he's... by the way, I would like to take that. I am the one who confronted Hassan about calling himself white passing. Okay? before I came along, this is before I got permabanned on Twitch. Before I came along, I confronted Hassan on his comments, his section. I'm banned now, right? I think I'm still banned. I said, you are from Turkey, and Turkey is right by the Caucasus Mountain. You are a Caucasian, and Caucasian does not mean black, does not mean Asian, does not mean Indian. It means white. And so I quote tweeted the tard, and I said, because, you know, people don't understand race. They just don't. There are 5 different races. And then anything outside those 5 are just biracial, multiracial. Okay? I'm going to say that again. You have 5 main races. Outside of those 5 are just biracial and multiracial people. Okay? So I said, Hassan is literally white, dumbass. He is literally white. Turks are from Turkey, which is located near the Caucasus Mountains. The term Caucasian refers to a group of white people. Turks are considered Caucasian due to their geographic proximity to the Caucasus region and European ancestry. Now, how can you be this dumb and not know this? Because they don't teach race, and they have muddied the waters so much that they want people to be confused. Now, this is what I'm about to say is conspiracy theories. I can't prove this, right? Well, I can't prove this. They don't teach race in school no more. They now are doing this diversity inclusion. So they don't do the race thing anymore, right? But here's the part where it's my conspiracy. I believe that there are so many white liberals, and you also have some white Republicans, because those who always want to blame the Jews for why they're inferior, yes, they're just descendants of inbreeding, right? So you have inferior people of all races. Okay, I always find that the most inferior ones are the one with the big mouths, the one that talks a lot, the ones that yell, the one that's always blaming other people, the ones that's pointing. So you got the black ones over here talking about the white man, the white man, the white man, the white man. Then you got the inbred white people talking about the Jews, the Jews, the Jews, the Jews. Asians don't make. There's not one Asian I see sitting here and say it's the white man, it's the black man. No, I don't see none of them say any of that. Okay. So when you see people, so here's the conspiracy theory I was going to say, right? Here's a conspiracy theory. I believe that there are some weak white people, particularly on the left, who want to enjoy the benefits and privileges from being a victim. But it's really hard to play the victim when you are a part of the dominant majority. Okay? So when you're part of the dominant majority, then you can't play victim. And this is why you have a lot of these inferior whites that want to blame Jews for why they're, like when you as a majority blame 1.7% of the minority, you're sorry. Okay. And then this is why you have some women impersonators who now infiltrate women's spaces and say, I am oppressed. I am a minority. What about my rights? Oh, I should be able to pee standing up anywhere I want. Oh my, that was too high, wasn't it? Sorry. I should be able to pee anywhere I want standing up. My rights are human rights. I'm a woman. I never thought we'll get into a situation where being a victim is cheered upon. Like, I grew up where we were celebrated as being strong and intelligent and smart and actually not relying on the powers that be. That's not the case now. You know what I'm saying? So I look at this and go, yeah, they're doing it on purpose so that you have white people like Hassan, who loves to deal with identity politics. This man, anytime, and white people, particularly on the white people on the right do this too. They weaponize other minorities against each other. You know, I was having a conversation with my best friend's brother. Everybody in the story is white, and this is important, right? I was talking about how, you know, white people use blacks to virtue signal to other whites how they're not racist, or they use blacks to virtue signal how the other side of the whites are racist. And I said, blacks are other blacks' enemy, right? Nobody poses a bigger threat to me as a black woman than other black people. Facts, right? If I have to worry about getting unalived, it ain't from no white person. It's from black. It's particularly a black man, right? Okay. Now, when I was talking to him, he says, so you think white people have a natural enemy? Like, and because he thought I was going to say blacks. I said, hell no. I said, white people been cutting each other's throats since your existence. He was like, no, they haven't. I said, yes, we have. I said, but you use other things to do it to each other. I said, the most recent thing y'all did against each other, white on white, was the COVID thing. I mean, how many times have I seen white people cancel other white people because that white person won't wear a mask, or that white person won't get the jab? That white person, even though they got the jab and they got the mask, they don't want a social distance, or they don't have the right type of mask on, or they don't want to get their chilling done. It's always something. From the Salem witch trial to COVID, white people been. And you know what I learned? Speaking of Salem witch trial, do y'all know every last white woman got killed except for the black slave who started it all?
Boom! Headshot!
I thought that so those of you who don't know about the Salem witch trial, I'm not gonna go into, y'all can do the study, but some young white girls learned voodoo, hoodoo, witchcraft, conjuring, all of whatever, you know what I'm saying? They learned it from one of the slaves. Okay? One of the black house slaves. Okay? And therefore they began to practice it. Well, one of them got caught. And now this is the part I gotta look this up. How did they get to getting caught to now blaming other white women that they were jealous of or that they hated, that white woman put a spell on them? So any white woman that they were jealous of, any white woman that was fine and attractive or you know, looking nice, they would say, oh, she cursed me, and they'll start convulsing on the, like, just start getting on the, acting like they having a seizure on the floor and stuff like that. And it's also traveled all the way to Europe, right? Okay, so no, Sun Dormant, don't unhide. No, that's okay. Sun Dormant, don't hold. Let me unhide them. It's okay. All right. Did you put him in time? Okay, no. I'm keeping my eye on Big Al. Don't ban him. A lot of sailing witch trials, which was the Pick Me Olympics. That's true. It was the Pick Me Olympics, and also that went all the way over to the Europe. It also went over to Europe, right? And so that's been going on. So you can, if you really look at it, there has also, let's talk about what happened after the Salem witch trial. Then you had white people saying that the Slavics are not white, the Italians are not white, the Scottish are not white. So then you had the WASP and the Aryans, or if Aryans is a real thing, Germanian or something. I can never get that right. Want to gatekeep what white is. Because if you was poor white trash, you were not considered white. History is fascinating to me. You know what I'm saying? History is really fascinating. So that's what I'm saying. Throughout their existence, I think existence of all races, they always have been their worst enemy. They have been going against each other. But I think we are in the times right now where it's not socially acceptable to be white, especially a white man. They have made it taboo to be a white man. Although the most sought after man is a white man. Don't believe me? Ask the Democratic women.
Boom! Headshot!
See, the reason why Ilhan Omar told you that the biggest enemy to the American people is the white man, because she wanted to keep all the white men available and single for all the women of color on the Democratic Party. See, you get the better pickings. So you have Ilhan got a white man, AOC done got a white man, Kamala Harris done got herself a white man. I mean, Don Lemonhead done got himself a white man. Come on now. We not the Dems. These people don't want y'all going for the prime meat. They don't want you going for the prime grade A meat, which is the white man. So that's why they're putting out this false narrative of the worst man to get is the white man. Okay. Shut up, James. So anyway, that's what I was fighting with. Like, don't sit up here and like, what the hell, stupid people. Okay, he's literally white. And so I asked the guy. Hold on. I'm sorry. I meant to tell you my fight. So here go my fight. He says Turkey is split between Asia and Europe. It really depends on where his family comes from. So I love it like this. Well, actually, people who do the actually are actually cowards, because they really want to basically try to make you look like you're stupid by making themselves look like, well, no, you're not really completely right. So I love to play this game. And I said, oh, well, what race? You see this word? What race is he then, if not white? I want to see how smart you are. Now, I want you all to pay attention. This is how I roll. I want y'all to understand. I do this because this is how I roll. I don't deal with people who I don't deal with dumb people like that, right? You come into my replies, and this is what happens to you, right? This is what happens when you come in my replies. I'm not a nice person, right? So he goes, race or ethnicity. Didn't I just say what race? Chat, do you see where I said race or ethnicity? Do you not see where I said, didn't I say race? No, they're not the same. Ethnicity is not the same as race. I said, so here's the thing. I literally said race. I literally said, what race is he then if not white? Okay. All right. Race and ethnicity are not the same. Michael, they're not the same. Now you might need to go online and find out the difference between the two, but they're not the same. All right. So he says, like I said, it depends on his familiar background. I don't know how to be more direct than that. I was trying to help you out of a wrongfully applied community note. Community note ain't get me. What the hell are you talking about something? I didn't get community noted. I didn't get community noted. Community note didn't touch me. Because I'm telling the truth. Now he's mad because he saw where I specifically stayed on code. Race. I'm not talking about nationality, and I'm not talking about ethnicity either. I'm all about race. Race, race, race. And because some of you are so low IQ, you don't know the different races. He is what? Okay, hold on. Max, if he's not white, what race is he? So we got a dumb low IQ monkey. I'm going to give you an opportunity. If you don't answer in 10 seconds, I'm going to permaban you. If he's not white, what race is he? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Turkish. And you want to know why race and IQ is false.
Boom!
You want to know why I say that today's white people are dumb as hell. Lady hysteria, shut the hell up and go sit down. You ain't that smart either, okay? Any dumb person, I don't know if you black or not. You might be black. So we got one black woman who's dumb as hell and one white man. So you all think Turkish is a race? Are you that dumb? Turkish means a nationality of Turkey. You dumb inbreds. Nationality is not a race. Please don't reproduce. Please don't reproduce. Turkish is a nationality. Turkey is not a daggone race, idiot. There's not a race. That doesn't even exist. It's not a race. It's not a race. You're the reason why siblings are not supposed to reproduce. There's no such thing as Turkic race. It don't exist. I believe they jumped off the white ship so that would make them brown. Yeah, okay. Caucasian. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Thank you. Those are 3 of the 5. Okay, you gotta go, dude. Okay, I done told you it's not a race, and you want to sit up here and say, but Turkey is real. It may not be a race, but it's real. It's real. I said race. And this is how when you argue with dumbasses, you know what is that thing? You're permabanned. Go over to Hassan's chat. You don't belong here anyway. This is what I'm talking about. Is that they will sit up here and argue knowing that they're wrong. Now Mark told y'all 3 of the 5 races. Some people will argue it's only 4, but he just gave y'all the 3. He just gave y'all 3 of them. He just gave you 3 out of the 4 or 5, depending on which book you're reading. So the fact that you all talk so much about race and don't know the difference between the races, and you don't even know what a race is, and you got this unga bunga telling me that Turkic is a race. What? Yes, an islander is oh God, what is it? Is it Astro Island? No. Is it Os Islander? I can't remember. But that's also a race, right? So you have these different races. And so yeah, exactly. But Mark, I think they stopped teaching the races, the real races. I think they stopped teaching it probably in the 90s. I think that's what happened. Yeah, the astroloid. Thank you, that Chisel. I think they just stopped teaching it in the 80s. Those who went to school for the first time in the 80s and 90s, I think they just stopped round about them. Okay. So, yeah, and listen, if anybody say race is a social construct, then ask them, can an Asian woman and an Asian man make a black baby?
Boom! Headshot!
Not through in vitro fertilization. I'm talking about if Ching Jung Pong had relations with Kim Jong Un Nepal, would the baby come out looking like Kunta Kinte? What can they produce a nappy-headed black baby if race is a social construct? You ain't never seen no nappy-headed black Chinese come out, no Chinese woman. That ain't never happened. I don't even care if she had a baby by a black African. That don't happen. So that's what I'm saying. You're dealing with so many dumb people today. And it's by design, though. It's by design to get you. So they want to fix it so that white men like Hassan can go around and say that they were white presenting until a black woman came up, like myself, came up and said, no, you're not white presenting. You're white. Okay, you are white. And if somebody said, no, he not white, he Turkish, Turks, it's not a race. 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 And I would love for you all to know the difference, okay, between the two. I would love for you, because we have a lot of dumb people who just don't know the difference between the races. They just don't. And also, like I said, I always think that anybody, if blacks are blaming their downfall on white people, that's because they're just inferior. If white people blame their downfall on Jews, they're definitely inferior. So that's why I said, if you want to be a powerful person, if you want to be someone who lives a happy life, don't look for scapegoats. Don't put your problems on other people. You'll live a miserable life. You'll live a very, very miserable life. Now I know here's something that's even higher than what I'm about to say, but I know it's not going to go. It's not going to go across a lot of people. You know, you have ascended to another level that's untouchable by most people. When it doesn't even matter who's in that White House, that still don't affect your bag.
Boom! Headshot!
Oops, did I say that? Yes, I did. I did say that. Yeah. Just enjoy looking at real goats. Now you mean baby goats. Baby goats are so cute. They are. They are absolutely adorable. They don't like accountability or the truth. Nope. A man who stares at... No, baby goats are absolutely adorable. So, anyway, I just want to say, like, that's what I was doing. I was fighting on the internet with dummies. And if you see this, I am warning you, do not follow me on Twitter. My block hand is strong. Well, not my block hand, my block finger is strong. Click, 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 click. I like to block out of sport. I'm block happy. It brings me so much peace and joy. Let's get over here to Elon, y'all. Elon. Ladies and gentlemen, I said this on my non-political channel, so I'm going to say it here. It doesn't matter how much money you have, doesn't matter how much power you have. Do not surround yourself with people who tell you what you want to hear. That in itself is a living hell. Okay? I want you to... I'm not a Christian, as many of you know. But I believe hell is here on this earth. And your personal hell depends on your particular belief system in your life. I think it is a dangerous position to be in when you surround yourself with no one who tells you the truth. You are living the king. What is it? The king with no clothes on. Blank, thank you so much. Blank 00. Thank you so much for $5. Hi, Robert. If we get a woman U.S. president, it should be a woman with a personality like yours. You daggone right. It should be a woman with a personality not like mine. Not me though. Not me. But it should somebody with a personality. Because I don't cater to the victim narrative. I don't believe in fifis over facts. I believe in education. Okay. Money is the root of most evil, if not all. Money is not the root of any evil. What does a dollar, how evil is a dollar bill? No, I'm about to make, no, lady, double X, I'm about to make you look stupid again. Tell me what evil does a dollar bill do? And don't worry, I'll move up. Because I'll move up for $1, $5, $20, $100 bill, $8 million $100 bills. You know how dumb that sounds? That's like Guns kill people. Guns kill people. Get rid of the guns because guns kill people. I got a gun right next to me. Did the gun walk up and shoot somebody that tried to break into my house one time? See, that's a lot of sense. A lot of y'all are so dumb. You need to stop talking so we don't know you're that dumb. Money is not the root of all evil. Money is not evil at all. I love money, honey. Money, honey, money, honey. I love money. Give me money. Oh, money, 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 money. Now, here's what you dumb Christians don't know. It's the love of money. It's not money in itself. When people love money so much that they love human life, they will value the money over human life. A woman will value money over her own children. That's the difference. The money in itself has no power. If somebody said, hey, you have an opportunity to pull this lever and all those people will drop in that sinkhole. We don't know where it goes and we don't know how deep it is, but we'll give you $10,000 for pulling that lever. Now, if I love money, hold on, let me just say this. If I love money over people, I love money, okay? But only because I use money for a tool. So I don't use money to hire a hitman. Okay? I don't do that. All right? I don't sit up here and I'm a crackhead and I'll get money so I can neglect my kids and go get high. You see what I'm saying? It's just like a gun. It's just like a gun. It's not the money or the gun. It's the person that's in the possession of it. If you are a bad person, money, and especially if you get a lot of money, it's going to magnify who you are 10 times. If you are a giving person, if you are a nice person, if you are a generous person, that will magnify who you are. If you are POS, money's going to magnify that too. If you're insecure, money going to magnify that. Okay? So that's what I want y'all to understand. Y'all, again, the scapegoat. I literally just talked about earlier how people like to use scapegoats to remove accountability from themselves and from others. I'm sitting here quiet because I'm like, damn, I just talked about accountability. And here's some of y'all talking about something. It's the money root of our evil. Not the people who use money for evil things. Not the people who use it, but the money itself. I get $500 in my head I'd have turned into Satan. Is that what y'all saying? Okay. All right. Be aware of those who don't want to hold other people accountable, including themselves. Okay? Including themselves. Never in my life. No. Sorry. I forgot. I did grow up in the ghetto. There's not one video of me blaming someone, other race or gender, for why I didn't achieve anything. As a matter of fact, okay, when I got permabanned off of Twitch, when I got permabanned off of Twitter, now one time did I say they did that to me because I'm black. They did that to me because I'm a woman. Although, true story, I got permabanned. I don't believe it was for that. I think Candace has something to do with it because her and Jack were like this at the time. So I think they used it as a way of getting me off of there because of Candace's vendetta against me. But here's the thing, I called. Oh, what's the Klansman? What's the dragon? David Duke. I called David Duke. Yay! I remember names. I called David Duke a racist grandpa. I got permabanned for ageism. I still laugh at that to them and I complained about that for 3 years. For 3 years, ageism. Yup, I sure did. Lion Blues remember. Okay. Mr. Milk and Honey, TJ remember. Mr. Milky remember. Everybody remember when it happened. David Duke has actual grandkids. Yeah, I know. He literally has actual grandkids. And he was was he a grand wizard? He was a grand wizard of the Klan. So I was literally spitting facts, but because they couldn't get me out on anything else, they got me on ageism. A permaban. I was permanently banned. No, that wasn't Twitch. That was Twitter. I'm gonna tell you what got me permaban on Twitch, but I'm back on it now. As a matter of fact, I'm live streaming on there right now. Okay, let me tell you what got me permaban off of Twitch. I was in the chat room of Destiny. Destiny was playing some Renaissance game. Now, it's important that you understand it's a Renaissance game because everybody in this game is white. This is in England somewhere. Now, for some reason, the white NPCs in the game refuse to plant seeds. Okay. All right. So Destiny said, "Dang, I don't understand why the farmers are not planting seeds and gardening." And this is all I said. I said, "Whip them. White people need to be whipped. They like it." Something like that. I said, "Whip them." I said, "White people like to get whipped." And next thing you know, within seconds, I lost access to the damn chat. And I got a notice saying indefinite suspension for harassment. I said, who the hell am I harassing? So anyway, I mean, so this one says like, but not one time did I say, oh, they bad because I'm black. They bad because I'm a woman. They bad. No. Okay. I know that being a registered Republican, being a right winger doesn't do me any favors on these platforms. But I take my poison with my eyes wide open. I understand that I'm on a platform that got woke and that they don't like, they try to look for any kind of way to get the narrative. Did somebody say that Hassan got banned? Because he gets banned on Sundays for just 24 hours, right? Did somebody say he got that Twitch banned Hassan today? Because if they did, it's not a big deal. It's they Twitch is his day off. I mean, Sunday is his day off. So if they banned him today, that's I don't get from. Why are those platforms so left leaning? Because the CEO is left. The CEO of Twitch is left leaning. That's why. Did you hear that the Reddit mods are quitting, claiming PTSD? What? What Reddit mods? I don't even deal with Reddit. So yeah. Anyway, dude, we are not talking about what I came here. Yes, I heard that, but how soon will they unban all this? They'll unban him tomorrow. Hassan hasn't been banned. Last time was May the 25th. Oh, so he didn't get banned today. Well, what are y'all talking about? Y'all giving me fake news. That's why I don't believe most of the stuff that y'all say. Anyway, let's get back to Elon. It's already an hour and and I haven't even got on the topic today. Okay, so Elon is a very immature crybaby. And I don't understand how anybody can take this man seriously. Like he really has only child syndrome, doesn't he? So all that money and no sense, all that money and no discipline. Most billionaires have discipline. He doesn't have. He ain't got no dingling discipline. He ain't got no maturity discipline. And most billionaires are stoic and they tend to like to stay out of the spotlight. Elon loves the spotlight for some reason. Did y'all see how dorky he looked when he was on stage with Trump? During the inauguration week? Like he looked like a big old kid. When the last time y'all see Jeff Bezos act like that? When the last time y'all see Bill Gates act like that? What about my man Warren Buffett? When the last time y'all see him acting like that in public? You can be more powerful behind the scenes than you can in the spotlight. He gives "I was bullied, now I'm a cool kid" absolutely vibe. Yeah, that's him. So he says, Independence Day is the perfect time to ask if you want independence from two parties. Some would say uniparty system. Should we create the American Party? It makes you guys can see this. Okay. So you see how many people voted for this? This is about 1,248,856. This is on Twitter. Twitter's not a real place. Do y'all think Twitter's a real place? Because let me tell you something. For somebody who actually has left Twitter, not left Twitter, I'm just not active on Twitter like I used to be. Like back in the day, especially when I got paid, I was on Twitter all day, honey. Now I'm on there like literally under an hour for maybe not even that long. Some days I don't come on there at all. Some days I don't come on Twitter. There has been a couple of days you won't see me post nothing. Then there's sometimes I'll post something to keep the account active. But do you understand that's 1.2 million people voted? You understand that this is more foreigners voting than Americans voting? Now I did this with my non-political channel, so I'm gonna do this with my political channel because it's more appropriate. So you got 1.2 people voting, and we're just gonna say most of these are from foreigners, like Elon Musk, that other guy who talks like Elon, but he's from Germany, right? But let's play pretend. Y'all want to play pretend? Let's play pretend. I like playing. Hey, Airwick. I like playing pretend. Michael, did I say? Where's Robert? I like playing pretend. Let's play pretend. Let's pretend every last one of these numbers is an American. Okay, chat? We're going to really pretend that everybody that voted in this sorry ass poll are Americans. So let me show y'all something. How many people do you think voted for Kamala Kneepad Harris? I'll tell you. 75,616. You can't even you mean to tell me you couldn't even get to 10 million and you think you can't even touch the Democrats? Now, how many people voted for Trump? I'll tell you. 77,284,118. Now, Elon, you are nowhere in the numbers to do any damage. This is a fool's game you're playing. Okay? All right? A fool's game. And this is what happens when you surround yourself with yes men and yes women. So he goes, by a factor of 2 to 1, you want a new political party. Do you understand millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of Americans are not on this platform? That's why when you leave Twitter and you actually touch grass, you will notice that there's a different life out there outside of what's going on with Twitter. Hey, Robert. It's a big thing. It's a big deal. Big deal. So let me show you what I was talking about, right? This is what I said. Y'all ready for this? I said, your new political party will be powerless, just like the other third parties. Parties. Not party. Parties. He will be the 5th third party that will not have any power. So I said your new political party will be powerless, just like the other third parties. Currently, the Republican and Democratic parties dominate. These are just facts, dude. You may not like these facts, but they're facts. The other parties are the Green, the Libertarian, the Constitution, and the Natural Law Party. Of those 4 parties, the Libertarian Party is the next largest after the Republican and Democrat Party. His party will fail. His party will be worthless, like burnt cookies. Your new party will not make a fucking dent in any election. This is what happens when you surround yourself with people who tell you what you want to hear. You don't have to have money and necessarily power. You can have influence and still surround yourself with people who want to tell you what you want to hear. That's how Diddy got locked up. That's how Epstein got dead. Okay? That's how Hillary lost twice. I mean, you're gonna have to have people around you to tell you the truth. And I think some of your greatest leaders especially leaders of other countries, they keep people who tell them the truth and that challenges them around them. Now, just for their ego, they keep some ass kissers around too. Okay, you know what I'm saying? They do that. But to sit up here and think that your little world can have some kind of influence, that's just delusional. That's just delusional. So then, okay, here's something else I want to show you. So, Alaska Bird said, his arrogance and ego knows no limits. He's a foolish man. And I show a very devastating Tesla stock report. This is bad. Anybody holding shares in Tesla, y'all just need to go ahead and dump it. And anybody wanna anybody wanna make a couple of thousand, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get it when it hit rock bottom. It's gonna hit rock bottom if it ain't hit it already. Because his board, his board, okay, his board told him to get off of the internet and stop dealing with politics. You messing up the money. You messing up the money. Okay? Look at those Tesla stocks. Now, y'all know how this happened? Let me tell you, y'all know how this happened. I want y'all to understand when Tesla came out, who was that car marketed to? Who was the consumer for Teslas? Was it the liberals or the conservatives? Yeah. It was marketed to the... Honey, ever since Tesla came out, I did not know one... And I'm down here in Georgia, by the way. I'm down here in Georgia, okay? In Georgia. I never, ever, ever seen Teslas until I went to Buckhead. And for those of you who are in Georgia, y'all know what Buckhead is. Buckhead is where the rich DemonRats are. Buckhead is where them white and some Asians. We got a lot of Asians over there in Buckhead too. Okay. So that was a car for them. Those who want to sit up here and virtue signal about the environment. I ain't never ever seen no conservative in no Tesla. Ever. I've never seen that. So, what happened? Stocks were doing well. Stocks was doing great until Elon funded Trump's re-election campaign. No. Sorry. It started before that, didn't it? Wait. How did the order go? Elon. Oh God. I think Elon was on DeSantis' side. Then he wanted to buy Twitter. He purchased Twitter. And then he decided to get on Trump's campaign. And when Trump won the primaries or something like that, I don't even remember the primaries. Elon funded Trump's campaign. And then that's when the DemonRats and the liberals started to lose their mind. That's what happened. They started to lose their mind. And then Trump won. And when Trump won, they blamed a lot of it on Elon because of his influence on Twitter. And then shit hit the fan when Elon created Doge. And then they start saying Elon was an unelected politician. And they started to say that Elon was the real president, which is so retarded, right? Elon is the real president. And so what happened? They started burning down Teslas. Is that my Bessie in the Tesla? Is that my Bessie in the Tesla? They started burning down Teslas. They started burning down charging stations, putting dookie on it, start like busting out windows and peeing on Tesla trucks, which are ugly trucks, which should be peed on. Anyway, and then they just started like really like vandalizing innocent people's cars. So the stock market their stocks took a hit then. So guess what happened? You know, Trump felt sorry for Elon and his Teslas and therefore started to market them to who? His mega supporters, right? So Elon gifted Trump a red Tesla. And it was the photo op was done in front of the White House. Trump was like, oh, this is a beautiful car. I love Teslas. EVs are great. I love them. I can't drive. You know, they don't like the president to drive. I'll let my granddaughter drive it. You know, I'll give it to her. Then what happened? The big, beautiful bill, according to Trump, was going through the Senate, and Elon did not like it. And although I don't like Elon had some valid concerns. You got to admit that, you know, they were valid. But I don't want to give him credit. I want to give my man Rand Paul the credit. Thomas Massie also has some concerns, which are valid as well. But Elon took it personal because, you know, all of this happened when Elon decided to retire as the chief executive, whatever, of Doge. And then Elon started to be very vocal against Trump, saying Trump's going to do this, Trump's going to do that, blah, 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 blah. And so Trump, being Trump, said, Elon's mad because I decided to take subsidies from electric vehicles. I don't think anyone should be forced to drive an electric vehicle. We love gas. We love oil. We love gas cars. I love a gasoline car. Now, mind you, you had some dumbass megas. They are dumbass. I know two of them. I'm not going to call them out because I would like to remain friends with them. But two dumbass megas literally went out and bought some Teslas to help support Elon during the times when they were burning down his cars. And then a month later, Elon gets in a hissy fit and they start going back and forth with him and Trump. And then Elon did something that you can't undo, which is a very emotional thing. I have no respect for men who act like women. And I'm not talking about lipstick and eyeliner and boobs. I'm talking about acting unhinged. Okay, there's nothing unsexy. There's nothing disgraceful than watching a man get emotional on the internet. Say what you want about Trump, but I have yet to see Trump get emotional. I have, well, except he'll get angry. Because I think he got mad about the Iran and the Israel's, and he said the F word, or did he say the MF word? I don't remember, but Daddy was mad. Daddy was mad. And I think anger is fine. But when you act like a little child throwing a temper tantrum, that don't look sexy on a man. Okay? That don't look sexy at all. You look like a child. And so what did Elon do? Elon sit up here and say the reason why y'all ain't get them Epstein files is because Trump's on that list. Oops. Sorry, not sorry. Remember this tweet. And left it up for over 24 hours. Okay. What do you mean by emotional, Tree? Do you mean men should be stoic and unemotional? What I mean is that because your mama was a hoe and did not know who skeeted up in her, therefore she couldn't really pin down your daddy. So therefore you were raised by her and you don't know how it is to be a man. So therefore you are nothing but your mama's baby. So you act like your damn mama, crying and getting loud and unhinged and not knowing how to contain your damn feelings out in public. That's what the hell I mean. Shoot. I've said this a lot on my non-political channel. Okay? I said this a lot and I'll say it on this political channel. Men who like to argue with women are effeminate. And the reason I'm saying that is because there's a way of saying what you got to say and then shutting it down. You see what I'm saying? Let me give you an example. I like to use Trump as an example, okay? Y'all remember when Trump was going in after that manly looking governor in Maine? Did y'all see that? You've seen that. I made a video about it. Press 1 if you remember that. Where he was like, it's the governor of Maine here. I heard you're not gonna abide by my executive order. And she's like, no, I'm not going to get the No, she didn't say it like that. No, I'm not going to remove men from women's sports. Said, okay, then you're not going to get any funding. No funding for you. You're not going to obey my executive order. No funding for you. Well, I'll see you in court. Okay, then see you in court. Then you'll lose, and you're not going to be governor again. Because, a lot of people in Maine agree with me. They don't like men in men's sports. They don't like men in the women's sports, and you are not respecting what they want. And I may not have won a lot in Maine, but I did have a lot of votes there, and they're gonna make sure you don't become governor. End of story. He shut that shit down. He didn't go. Was that not stoicism? Was Trump not stoic? He didn't yell. He didn't cry. He didn't bang on the table. He didn't say, you ain't going to get no funding and you was on the Epstein list. He didn't say none of that. That's how a man's supposed to respond. Now, the reason why I will always stand by real men don't argue with women, because my father was an ain't shit man when it came to his marriages. And I have witnessed my father cheat on my stepmama. And sometimes those women will confront my daddy to his face. Call him all kinds of names, saying he ain't this, he ain't that. And my daddy ain't going back and forth with them. My dad, It is what it is. You not gonna say anything about it? You knew what I was before you met me. My dad ain't going that blah, 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 blah. And he ain't never justified himself. He ain't never made any excuses. And anytime she get too wild, he'll walk away. So because I know how it is to be raised by an alpha man, I don't accept anything less. So when I see other men who did not see, the reason why I am proud of certain masculine traits I have is because unlike a lot of y'all, I was raised by a man, okay? I had a daddy in my life. So I don't like it when men act like women on the damn internet, let alone in person. And what Elon did was very effeminate, was something that a woman would do. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's true or not, and I do believe Trump's on that list. I do believe he's on the Epstein list. But we don't know why he's on there. Because that was the flight list. We don't know why he was on that list. I don't really care though. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is that that's something women would do. Is we get revenge in a very evil way, and most of the times we don't regret it. Elon regret what he did because he deleted the post. How long did it take him to delete it? It took him a minute now. I would have to say he deleted the next day or 2 days later. He regret that. And let's not forget that he regretted because he reached out not once but twice to have a one-on-one conversation with Trump after he apologized on his Twitter account that he is sorry, that he was emotional, that he didn't mean, and then he deleted the post. He deleted the Epstein thing. Sorry, but maybe I was raised in a different era, but the best people to keep secrets are men. That's what I noticed. And I don't think that applies today. Before my grandpappy died, that man took a lot of secrets to the grave. So much so at his deathbed, 2 people was trying to get the secret out of him, like, you about to go to glory. I just need peace in my life. I just need you to tell me, are you really my daddy? Papa was a rolling stone, and wherever he let his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left for was alone. I come from a lineage of ain't shit men. Anyway, so I know how it is. So how do we get from men were the Fort Knox of secrets to men now saying, oh, the reason why you don't have the Epstein list out now is because Trump was on it. This is supposed to be from the richest man in the world. How high school was that? Let me tell you something. I didn't even like no Elon Musk, okay? But I really ain't like him after that. Because I was like, that's immature. That's just immature. Like, you gonna regret that. And mark my words. Hold on. Mark my words. Mark my words. Y'all ready for something? Y'all ready for this? Elon gonna pay for that. See, I know Trump. I knew Trump before Trump wanted to become president. I went to Trump's seminars, by the way. Trump, Brian Tracy, what is his the guy he passed away to? He's not even Wayne Dyer, that's him. Trump, Brian Tracy, Wayne Dyer, the Asian man with Rich Dad, Poor Dad. They used to have I've been to 2 of them. Met Trump in person, took a picture with him, shook his hand, had him sign my book. But let me tell you something. Trump is vengeful. Thank you, Robert Kiyosaki. Trump is vengeful. Never forget what I'm about to tell you. Then we're going to move on. Never forget what I'm about to tell you, chat. He's going to get Elon back. Right now, it's too soon. Elon talking about building another stupid-ass third party. And the best way to get Elon back is his ego. And I wouldn't be surprised if Trump finds 3 ways to get Elon back in his pride. No, 4 ways. 4 ways. Sorry, I just thought there's 4 ways to humble Elon. 1 is removing his richest man. Is he the richest man in the world? Or is he just the richest man in America? Remove that status. Whether he's the richest man in the world or the richest man in America, remove that status. Get him off of that, right? Can somebody fact that shizzo, fact check that. Fact check if he's the richest man in the world. I don't fact check them. So that's one way of knocking him off of being the richest man in the world, if that's his level, right? Destroy Tesla company, because Tesla is his baby. If you destroy that company to the point where it is penniless, it's just worth nothing. Yes, Elon is currently the richest individual in the entire world and therefore also the richest in the United States. Okay, thank you, Tyler. All right, so get him off of the richest man in the world status. Okay? If you remove him from the richest man in the world status, that'll humble his ass, right? But if you also destroy his baby, which is Tesla, that'll humble him too, which will remove him from the richest man in the world status, right? The third thing is to destroy SpaceX. If you destroy that company as well. But his pride, his joy, where he gets sucked off, where he basically get his head rubbed and validated, is on Twitter X.
Boom! Headshot!
This man is determined that y'all call Twitter X. That's why I just say Twitter X. If you sit up here and say to Grok, how many years have I been on Twitter? Grok will correct your ass and say, Twitter is no longer established. The platform that we are currently talking on is known as X. Twitter is Elon's world. Twitter is the best investment that Elon has had because it has given him power that no other politician, let alone king or queen, has ever had, ever. Okay? So, if you were to do something like if, which I don't see that happening, but I don't underestimate Trump. If you were to make Twitter, I don't see that happening. I just don't. I don't see Twitter being replaced by anything anytime soon. Do you guys? Jeff Bezos is the 4th in the list on the richest. Who's number 2? Warren Buffett? Cause see, Twitter is where his ego. Let me tell you something. That's where he find his baby mamas at, is on Twitter. That's where he gets his schlong slobbed on Twitter. Larry Ellison? What? Yeah, I know Zuckerberg 3. So, yeah, Twitter is just a place where he has everything he wants. He has the women he wants to have his kids. He has his posse. He has his fan base. He has his influencers. All the politicians are coming to his platform. Even that liberal thing called Blue Sky, that's a failure. And now all the libtards are coming back on Twitter. That was probably, in my opinion, that was probably one of the best investments he had. He has. The only way you could like really humble Elon is to make Twitter an uncool place, and I just don't see that happening. I just don't, because so many places have tried to take over Twitter. Minds.com, did y'all forget Minds? Minds tried to take the place of Twitter. Gab didn't do it. Gab tried to take a place of Twitter. Parler. Any of y'all who signed up for Parler, I have some land I would like to sell you. It's real cheap. You just have to pay the taxes, I promise. Okay. I saw that scheme from a mile away. I was not dumb enough to sign up for Parler. I knew that was all about. Then you had hold on. Parler, I'm missing one before Blue Sky came around. There's one more. Getter. Oh God. Getter. And then you had Getter, and then you have True Social. Mastodon? I don't know about that one. Yeah, Getter. Thank you, Sun Dormant. Getter and True Social. So that's 5 platforms that tried to compete against Twitter X, and they all fail. They are nowhere near Twitter. And I think Twitter is going to be like YouTube. It's going to be a giant that's going to be unstoppable. So I would have to say that this is probably the only way you would probably get Twitter is if you buy out Elon, but I think he turned it private. So you can't do that. You can't get him. You know what I'm saying? Gab is a free speech because they refuse to censor. England blocked the whole site. Well, because the literal neo-Nazis were all over that place. Now remember, let's not forget, Torba took 2 years for that dumbass to put a block button on there. No, I like free speech. He put one on there, didn't he? Idiot. I told him, I said, look, I don't want to see all these Nazis. And I don't like them all on my thing. I want to be able, well, if I put a block on there, that means it can't be a free speech platform. What the hell are you talking about? That's the reason why you're not on Google Play Store or Apple Play Store, because you refuse to put a block button on there. Dumbass. Anyway. Dude, I am talking a lot. So anyway. Okay, let me get back to so he's arrogant and ego. His arrogant and his ego knows no limit. He's a foolish man. And I said he's a very foolish man. So Elon wants to create a new party called the America Party, while his Tesla company is tanking. Why? Tesla used to be the car for cool libtards until Elon joined ranks with Trump. Once he burned that Epstein bridge, the Republicans did the same. Let's go look at this here. Sky News talking about, wait a minute, do I want to look at Sky? Elon makes a big one person show. What is it? I'm sorry, I'm reading stuff on the side. Hold on, let's look at this first.
Well, the frost has well and truly returned to Elon Musk's relationship with Donald Trump after the Tesla boss launched his political party, the America Party, over the weekend. Donald Trump was just asked about this morning. Watch.
I think it's ridiculous to start a third party. We have a tremendous success with the Republican Party. The Democrats have lost their way, but it's always been a two-party system. And I think starting a third party just adds to confusion. It really seems to have been developed for two parties. Third parties have never worked. So he can have fun with it.
He's right. Third parties never worked.
But I think it's ridiculous.
Joining us now is the political analyst Joe Syracusa. Joe, good morning. Donald Trump's right. Third parties never work, right?
Good morning, Pete. Well, third parties can put an awful lot of pressure on some of the candidates. Sometimes it tips things, as it did with Ronald Reagan, actually, and George H.W. Bush. But look, the idea of Musk threatening a third party because he's been shut out of Washington and fallen out with Donald Trump is pretty close to ridiculous itself. I mean, it's absurd. You know, apparently Elon doesn't know how to lose, Pete.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to lose, which means he's his fall when he does lose. And guys, put your money on my word. I'm never wrong about this. I'm never wrong about this, okay? Trump is strategic. And I ain't slobbing him off either. Y'all know how he gets on my nerves doing this virtue signal. I love the blacks. I love the blacks. I hate that. Trump is strategic. Trump gonna get him. To the point when he gonna fall hard. And that's what I'm saying. His pride and his joy are those companies he have built up. And I think the only thing that is, to me, maybe, I could be wrong, somebody can correct me in the comments or in the chat, the only thing that's untouchable is Twitter. Twitter, like, Trump can't take that away from him. Because Twitter is not public anymore. But everything else, and I think if you take away his status of being the richest man in the world, and for some reason, for you to be richest man in the world and be so immature like that, dude, come on. So stupid.
You know, within minutes or an hour of the president saying what he said, Tesla's stock fell 7%. And later in the day, Musk reported that Tesla fell off 14% in terms of delivery for the second quarter. So, you know, these things take body hits. And I don't know what he's trying to do right now. You know, it looks like not just a bromance, but it looks like a divorce that's really gone bad.
Yeah. But look, I'm reading.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Elon relished into the spotlight. He relished the spotlight. He loved being the center of attention. He loved when the people wanted to interview him on TV, on the news, in the rags, like everybody wanted a piece of Elon, and he loved it. That's a hell I would never want to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the hell can you trust when you are that, when you have that type of money and power? But even though you ain't, like, Trump ain't got nowhere near your type of money, he's still more powerful than you. And you still, like, trying to say, please, Father, forgive me.
Walter Isaacson's book on Elon at the moment. And look, Elon is a genius. He's a man for the ages. You know, with the work that he's done and all the companies that he's been associated with up until this point.
He may be a genius in his field, but he ain't smart. When it comes to technology, oh yeah, he's a genius. He ain't smart though. A smart man would have controlled his emotions and would have not been quirking out on Twitter to the point where you gotta delete the tweet. You can't even control your emotions. I would never, ever, ever want an emotional man like that. Okay? Your dog die, I'm gonna be right there patting you on your back as you cry your eyes out. You should, yes, honey, he was your best friend. Yes, you supposed to cry. Family member too. Somebody stole a big chunk of your money, start throwing shit around the house. Absolutely. Yeah, show that emotion. But when you get on the internet and start saying some things that because you mad because you no longer allowed to sit at the cool kids table, now you want to pop off at the mouth about some secrets, that's immaturity right there. You just immature. You just immature. This is crazy. That's nasty work.
Up until Tesla, he's got Neuralink going, he's got X, he's got SpaceX, he's got a whole lot of things on the go, but he just can't leave the politics aside at the moment. And what do you put that down to?
He's not even American. That's another thing. You all caught up in American politics and not even an American.
The fact that he doesn't lose is that he just can't help himself. He's got to keep going.
Well, pretty much so. But look, he lives by the law of physics. He likes a scientific approach to things. Politics in America, Pete, as you know from your time covering it, ain't got nothing to do with physics or science. It's about emotions and things like that. And Elon has sort of a deficit there, trying to understand what moves American politics. Donald Trump is a phenomenon. It's been 10 years since he came down that escalator, and he's transformed American politics. Musk doesn't understand what's happened or who supports him. This idea that you can attack the president and his party because they're looking a little too good with this last bill that came out, is sort of suicidal. So, it isn't the first time that a businessman has proved to be too naive for politics. American politics is filled with these kinds of cases.
Look, I mean, and Trump's not helping himself.
That's actually a good point. You can't get emotional in these type of things. Or you just can't. I like this guy. Who is this? Hopper Hooded Man.
Well, he can't help himself, rather, by going again. He's just posted on Truth Social. You might not be aware of this, Joe, but he says, I'm saddened to watch Elon Musk go completely off the rails, essentially becoming a train wreck over the past 5 weeks. He even wants to start a third political party, despite the fact that they have never succeeded in the United States. The system seems not designed for them. The one thing third parties are good for is the creation of complete and total disruption and chaos. I mean, he's got this lengthy rant here about EVs and the EV mandate and just.
Well, the hell with you! I want to read that myself. Hold on a second. How do we find that chat? Hold on. Trump. Hold on. Trump, Truth Social, Elon. I found it. All right, y'all. Yes. Ooh, this is long. Okay. Trump getting emotional now. All right. Dear diary. All right, y'all, get y'all hot chocolates. Okay, get y'all hold on. This gonna take a minute. Y'all go get y'all hot chocolates. Go get yourself something to eat. Okay, gotta read all of this. I wonder were they like, okay, y'all know this is not a homosexual thing, but do you guys think they loved each other like brothers or something like that? And then all of a sudden it's just like besties, or just like they're breaking up and they're just being emotional about it. Because this is, when you writing all this, you're the emotional one, but not emotional as Elon though. What Elon did was unhinged. That was just an unhinged. This was like, dear diary. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go, y'all. I am saddened to watch Elon Musk go completely off the rails, essentially becoming a train wreck over the past 5 weeks. He even wants to start a third political party, despite the fact that they have never succeeded in the United States. The system seems not designed for them. The one thing third parties are good for is the creation of complete and total disruption and chaos. And we have enough of that with the radical left Democrats, who have lost their confidence and their minds. Republicans, on the other hand, are a smooth running machine that just passed the biggest bill of its kind in the history of our country. It's a great bill, but unfortunately for Elon, it eliminates the ridiculous electric vehicle EV mandate, which would have forced everyone to buy an electric car in a short period of time. I have been strongly opposed to that from the very beginning. People are now allowed to buy whatever they want. Gasoline-powered hybrids, which are doing very well, or new technologies as they come out. No more EV mandate. I have campaigned on this for 2 years, and quite honestly, when Elon gave me his total and unquestioned endorsement, I asked him whether or not he knew that I was going to terminate the EV mandate. It was in every speech I made. That dumbass, that he thought I was playing with him? I'm Donald fucking Trump. Okay, that made that part up. And in every conversation I had, he said he had no problems with that. I was very surprised. Additionally, Elon asked that one of his close friends in NASA one of his close friends run NASA, and while I thought his friend was very good, I was surprised to learn that he was a blue-blooded Democrat. Oh no! You mean Elon, who's also liberal, had a blue-blooded Democrat bestie with the Tesla? Trump, give me a break, okay? This is so stupid. I keep telling y'all keep thinking that Elon is Republican. Why would you think that? Okay, anyway, let me get back to what I'm saying. Hold on, I gotta redo that. I gotta redo that all over again, okay? Elon asks that one of his close friends run NASA, and while I thought his friend was very good, I was surprised to learn that he was a blue-blooded Democrat who had never contributed to a Republican before. Oh, no. Elon probably was also. wait a minute. Elon probably was also. Oh, damn. Shots fired.
Boom! Headshot!
I also thought it inappropriate that a very close friend of Elon, who was in the space business, run NASA, when NASA is such a big part of Elon's corporate life. My number one charge is to protect the American public. Wait a minute, hold a second. I'm confused. Hold on a second. I also thought it inappropriate that a very close friend of Elon, who was in the space business, run NASA, when NASA is such a big part of Elon's corporate life. I don't understand that last part. Help me. How does Elon has any connections with NASA? I thought Elon SpaceX had nothing to do with NASA. I thought they were separate. You thought SpaceX replaced NASA? It looked like it did, but what's as NASA is such a big part of Elon's corporate. How? They are connected like a private government partnership? They are connected like a private government partnership. How? Oh, Elon wants his butt buddy in NASA kicking him sweetheart deals. Oh, okay, that's possible. I can see that inappropriate to be involved with NASA and SpaceX, but don't they work together? I don't know if they work together. They don't have to. Huh. You're right. If he has his blue-blooded Democrat friend work for NASA, he can possibly destroy NASA to the point where he can make SpaceX the actual go-to, meaning that he can officially, physically, and everything else. Because NASA's still out there. I mean, NASA ain't dead. NASA's still around. But SpaceX can take that place of NASA officially. This is interesting. I can't explain exactly, but just looks like Elon was part of that, also supplying some of the tech. Thought Elon worried about debt, not EV mandates. Am I missing something, Grok? What is the reason for Elon to think about third party in U.S.? Elon must push for third party stems from frustration with the two-party system, failure on key issues like exploding national debt. His recent fallout with Trump over the tax spending bill, which Elon sees as physically irresponsible, was the trigger. EV mandates are a side. I don't care. What's Truth Social?
Boom! Headshot!
to start, taking over because the men are now officially acting like women. Oh, God. What's Truth Social? See, I told you. If you was to destroy Twitter, which you can't, because like I said, he turned it private. That man will rope himself quick. Sad to see President Trump bringing up terminating EV mandates as though Elon cares much or at all about it. He knew it would be ended, but still supported and helped tremendously in his victory. It was all about free speech, debt crisis, and corrupt. What has free speech got anything to do with this? Trump held his composure, but was very respectful. Even if you hate him, which I see in the comments, you have to admit it's better to get along instead of going to war. Trump controls the government. No matter how much money Elon has, he will lose. It's bad for business. Okay. All right, let's go back to this.
He's just absolutely lashes Elon. So, I mean, there's an indication too that while Elon can't leave it alone, Donald Trump can't leave it alone as well. Would he be worried, do you think, at all about a third party?
No, I mean, Elon's worried that America's going to go bankrupt before he can get to Mars. I mean, he's 50 years ahead.
But he's
50 years ahead of
in his defense, though. I mean, he talked about this last week when we were talking about the passage of the big beautiful bill. What's the point of a debt ceiling if you just keep on raising it?
Well, because, Trump really doesn't care. Trump is about the short term. He's 79 years old. He's got one term to go, that is. He's got about 3 years left, and he's just rolling the dice every day. Elon's thinking much further ahead. He's thinking about space exploration, electric cars, and things like that. But he's just not thinking very far. But look, on this July 4th weekend, Pete, we've got to say something about Joey Chestnut.
Oh, yeah.
He won the Coney Island hot dog contest yesterday, with eating 70.5 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Are you serious? You're literally going to talk about hot dog contests?
All these food records in
Apparently, so it's easier to digest.
Yeah. We laugh about these hot dogs. He's got records that would just. What
in the hell is that transition? Okay, we're gonna shut it down. We're gonna shut it down. We're gonna actually do a cool down now. I'm like, what the hell is that transition, chat? How the hell do you go from Elon Musk is thinking long term, short, Trump is thinking short term? Did you see that? That hot dog eating contest? Woo, he putting them dogs down. And are you hungry, baby? Are you hungry? What's going on? Are you hungry? I like. You want something to eat? Like, how do you, what? I didn't even look on Kick. Is anybody on Kick? Oh, hello, Elder Baby Goose. Who else is over there? Stormy. And Joe is there. Okay. All right. I see y'all over there. Stormy! Daughter of Liberty. Hi, daughter of Liberty. Hi, Joe. Hello. It's okay. Usually they jump into some bimbo getting pregnant. It's equal to the national. That was just a sloppy transition, to be honest. It was just so sloppy. You're cooking? Oh, what are we eating? That was just crazy. Cherokee Marie. Thank you so much. Don't say hot dogs. Joe got a cake beside his name now. Over there on Kick. Oh God, what a day! I tell you, it's a great day. I had to stop working. I was like, do you want to go get a sauna, or do you want to go and work? I had to do some work. I'm be up and doing a lot of work today. Newsom should have made this speech about eating hot dogs since he is the governor of California. I know we did talk about so much. And it took Dodo Head talking about a hot dog that made me tap out, which is, we went way over. This show is supposed to be an hour. We went over 2 hours, so. Okay, y'all. He's cooking steak and prepping waffle batter for the morning. Okay. He's eating the cow. Yeah. So I went 2 hours and 49 seconds. Thank you. Well, I'm about to shut it down now. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. Really love you. So I'll see you guys on tomorrow, right? Today's Sunday. So we'll be doing a Treehouse News, which will be tomorrow. I'm going to do that. Bye. Later.